Today I'm going to show you how to do a full, complete men's manicure session. We're going to do his hair, we're going to do his ears, we're going to do the eyebrows, and we're going to do the beard. So stay tuned, watch and learn. I'm excited to show you how to do everything. You want it really short on the sides. Can you see when his hair grows out right here on this ridge, sticks out? We want to take this short to make this haircut last longer. Plus we don't use the B word in our house, so we're not balding, but we're thinning a little bit on the top. So we also want to take this top short. I don't want it long and to be able to see their scalp. So I'm going to start with a number 1 on my clippers. Make sure that you put the lever all the way up so your blades are close together. This will give you a closer cut. And I'm going to start with a number 1 guard. We're going to keep his beard. Start about the ears, and then I'll show you later on how to blend that into the beard. So just come up about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch above the ears. You can bend that ear out of the way to get all those tricky hairs that are caught right there. And then make sure your clippers are really flush to the head. If you put your guard in like this, it's going to be really sharp and hurt them. You're probably going to have to turn your clippers different ways to get all of that hair right there. See how this is curly? That is just hugging that ear. So it is fine to turn your clippers and make sure you get a really clean cut all around the ear. And also make sure to come right out here on the temples. Put that lever down so you're basically a 2.5 and do the same thing. So essentially we're not taking off very much hair. We're just making sure there aren't any harsh lines in the haircut. He doesn't have a very bad swirly at all. Like, I feel like this hair would lay down, whether it's long or short, yes. But we're going to still take it a little bit shorter right around that back anyways, just to make the hair cut last longer. A lot of times you can just go like a number 1 guard, a number 2 guard, a number 3 guard, but you'll still see a little bit of a line. So to help with that line, make sure you're using your lever. You can either do this as you're going, or you can come back and take care of your little lines. We're going to be done with the sides and start on the top, and then we'll come back and fix this ridge. We want to make sure that we take the top a little bit shorter just because we're thinning out a little bit.
Beginning stages of thinning.
Beginning. We're not thin. We're just starting.
It's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. You said beginning stages. Thank you.
Take like 1 inch down the middle for your middle mohawk section. Comb it straight up and determine how long you want it, and then make that first cut to match everything to that first cut. So here was my cut, and I'm going to pull my fingers straight up, making sure that they're parallel with the ground. Take another part, there was my cut, and I match that. And come all the way back until you run out of hair.
Which is never.
So comb that to one side, and then take little parts all the way up, comb them up, and match to that middle mohawk section. Once you do the middle mohawk on one side, then you're going to comb it over to the other and take vertical cuts and do the exact same steps. Comb them straight forward. Regardless of what haircut you do, you always want to comb them forward and make sure there aren't any long straggler hairs. And then we want to comb them out to this angle, unicorn horn angle, right there. See how you can see all those long stragglers right there? Just take a straight line, and this will just help when he styles it. If he pushes it into a faux hawk, whatever he does with it, it's going to make the style look so much better. So you just do parts all around the front of the head. So I've had a lot of questions about widow's peaks, like how short to cut, how long to leave the hair. You don't want to leave this hair long because when they go to style it, then it just looks like you've got two long parts of hair coming up for the style. For this unicorn horn angle, you want to take lots of little parts all around that widow's peak. So see right here how it's quite a bit longer? You wanna take that and go all the way around. So you can see that is the short part of this hair, and then you have this long piece. You wanna take that short. And then come around on the other side and do the exact same thing. So see all that long hair, if he were to leave that, it would just look like he's got too long of hair for the style that he's trying to do. You take all of that long hair, so he still has some hair to cover a little bit, but it doesn't look like you're trying to cover the thinning, the beginning stages of thinning. You wanna keep this hair wet. When the hair is wet, you have a little bit more control over it. So comb it down, and now we're going to start on this ridge. Put your lever all the way up so those blades are close, and then you'll wanna slide your comb up through that hair, and all of this hair that comes out, we're going to cut. You wanna keep it all the way up. If you start rounding with the head, you're going to lose all of this hair that he's going to style. Clippers flush, go all the way across. We're starting to get that perfect blend. So once you've got that blend and the hair runs out, you just move to the next section and you go all the way up. So lay this part of the trimmer right on the skin and follow this natural hairline over here as well. Sometimes you'll have weird growing hairs. Can you see that? Like those are growing out, and so you can just lay this right on top of the ear. Make sure to get all of those hairs, regardless of what way they're growing. Use those trimmers, just use the edge. Follow that hairline really close. We don't want any huge wagon wheels. And you can really just manipulate that ear to get it out of the way. You can see how his ears are kind of fuzzy on the tops. That is your job as the new hair cutter to get those ears looking good. And even in this nubby part right here. What's a better word for that? Nubby.
Nubby part.
Nubby part. Hair is done, ears are done. We're gonna move on to the eyebrows. We don't want any of these long eyebrows. We don't want them to be overly manicured. We just wanna make sure that we don't have some gnarly long brows. So you can comb those up and take the top off. Put your comb in down and see how we've got all those long pieces. Be careful around the eye. We don't want to take him super short or really look like he got his eyebrows done, because we still want them to look like a man's eyebrow. Beards are such an important part, apparently, of a guy's life. So we don't want to screw those up. We just want to keep them nice and manicured. I actually do really like a beard. Essentially what you're doing is you're going to work backwards. So like on a haircut, how you start with a shorter guard and work your way up, that's what you're going to do with a beard. So we're going to do the exact same guard we did right here and just slowly move our way down the beard. So right here with the haircut, we started with a #1 guard and we had the lever up. So the blades were close together. We're going to do the same thing. On the beard, you are going to use your lever and you're just going to pull it down a little at a time. Start going up at first. So start going up because we want this part really, really blended. And I'm just taking a little bit off. Move that lever down just a tiny bit. Go down a little bit more. Keep moving that lever. Switch our guard to a #2 and put that lever all the way up. I like to hold their face really tight so the skin doesn't get caught. I'm going to switch guards, put a number 3 on, and move the lever up. Have them put their tongue right there to flatten this out.
Must have played basketball the way you grip my head.
We have given him the full men's hair manicure. We've done the hair, we've done the ears, we've done the eyebrows, we've done the beard. Last thing we're gonna do is the nose. And remember, this is our job to keep our guys looking good. This may be a little uncomfortable, but it takes 10 seconds. Pull up that nose, run these across, get all those long little guys in there. Pull up this other nostril, slide it along. Never looked better, T-Hide.
I feel great.
We just threw a little bit of product in his hair. He looks great. And literally, if you practice this, you can do the whole thing in probably less than 30 minutes. Probably less time than it would take you to actually drive and get it done and save 40 bucks. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys try this. I hope you'll do the full manicure on your guy. Let me know how it goes. Thanks again.